Okay, howdy everybody, Trespass My Eyes here. Just wanted to do an update video on the 2019 RadCity Step-Thru. I've got 700 plus miles on this thing now. Just wanted to tell you about the accessories I've been using, any issues I had with it, and overall. So I'll be switching over to the GoPro and doing some stuff here too. In case you're wondering, the hat, yeah, I'm a Navy veteran. I was a Navy nuke on the USS Texas back in the 80s. So that's how old I am. Anyway, I'll be reviewing all the accessories. Any of the accessories I mentioned, I'll have links in the description if you want to take a look at them. Straight to Amazon, most of them, almost all of them. And we'll be talking about the overall setup here. One thing I can talk about. Whoops. There you go. One thing I can't talk about. I bought the Kryptonite bike locks with the chain added. So if you wrap that around there, that fits nicely right down through the rack. And then you can secure it with some Velcro here. And that sucker sits in there, doesn't make any noise or bounce around or anything. It takes a little longer to get it out and use it, but it's real secure in here. No issues there. Okay, one of the big things I bought was this rack. I've got an accessory bar up here, phone thing, GoPro, mirror, and some tubed things, and I'll talk about those. Thanks. Okay, let's talk about the rack now. So we bought the rack, and I came across one thing that's really weird. When they sent it, the bolts are different sizes. So you got a 4mm here, and there's 3 of those. 4mm Allen wrench head, and then there's a 3mm over here. So that's just bad quality control. But the rack is good, solid and sturdy, all welded aluminum, so it's really nice. And my bike lock, Kryptonite, fits right down the side here, as you can see. Try and hold this. It fits right down there, and then you can set it right down in here, and use a couple Velcro straps to tie to the main rack. So that works really nice. One of the accessories I got also was the seat post spring-loaded daily Sun Tour NCX, and that works really nice. Also, this thing comes with a quick disconnect on the seat post. The bike does. So I went and got a couple that have the screw type clamp here. That way it's not as hard to steal. People can just come up and steal it with a quick disconnect. So that's that. Also accessories on the handlebars. So we got this twisty kind of a mirror here. That works really nice. You kind of want one for traffic issues. Also, one of the better accessories I got was the this bar here. It's got billeted aluminum here that clamps on super tight onto the handlebars, and then you got a carbon fiber tube here, which everything can mount to. So it gives you 3 places to mount: in the center, left, and right. And I've still got a space here open. Got a GoPro mount here. Works pretty good. I got a Roam phone mount for my cell phone. I'd like to have one maybe not as wide here and up a little higher, because I want to shoot horizontally with my phone, and this is meant to be set up vertically. So, and you don't want to shoot vertical video, because there's, that's vertical video syndrome, and there's no cure for that. So that's the handlebars. So let's talk brakes now. So the brakes are mechanical brakes, mechanical disc brakes, and they work pretty good. They squeak a little bit sometimes, and when they came from the factory, you could tell they were rubbing, so I had to adjust them. So you can see here on the front, it's really easy to adjust. You can go right through the spokes, make your adjustments on the other side. No big problem. The problem is when you go to the rear brake. Now the rear brake, as you can see, it's right up against the motor. So what I did, I made a custom little tool. So if you cut off your
Allen wrench right where it starts to bend there. You can fit it back between the motor and the adjuster, and that makes it way easier. The website or RadPower recommends you remove the whole caliper, make your adjustments, and place it back on. That's just a giant pain in the butt. Nobody wants to do that. One thing I did have around 200 miles, the derailleur came apart. There was a little C-clamp in the inside here that just kind of came loose, and then it basically fell apart. So I limped home on throttle only. I was probably 5 miles away. I called the RadPower support line, and with no problems, no questions asked, really, they just sent out a new one. I got it in 3 or 4 days. Put it in, which is kind of a pain in the butt because you gotta work it around and take the. I think I took the back tire off too. I'm getting pretty expert with the flat and the back tire. But with that, you get pretty good at taking the back tire off. So anyway, I had that, and that was a good experience. I mean, it was good with the support people. It wasn't fun having to fix that, but worked out. Okay, another thing I got for this bike was actually the two bikes. Was a pickup truck rack. I got the Swagman pickup truck rack. If you got a pickup truck, it fits kind of into the front of your bed, and you have to take the front wheel off and you lock it down into this thing, and it works really good. The bike is really secure, so you know, I don't know how well. I haven't taken it on any super long trips, but we'll see how it handles up with the weight of the bike. But if you're just putting the front thing of the bike and maybe some bungees on the rest of it to help secure some of the side swagger on that thing, it should work fine. And this phone port, or this USB port, acts weird when you plug something into it. Sometimes the bike will move around on its own without. You could feel it jerking the motor. So there's some kind of bug in there, and you'll be able to stop and try and move your throttle here, and it won't do anything. So I just stopped using this port. There's some kind of weird bug in the control system. When you got a USB plugged into here, it acts funny. So maybe RadPower wants to fix that, make these useful, because right now it's just kind of a gimmick and they don't work. And I think some of the reviews online even talked about that. Okay, well, overall, the bike's been really good. I haul butt around Simi Valley all over the place, doing cop watches on this thing. Matters of public interest, all kinds of things I could find, movie shoots, whatever I could find. Hasn't been a whole lot lately, but we'll see how much I can get done in the future if you're looking for that kind of thing. Stay tuned. Thanks a lot, and record the police.